Tagliatelle. Look at that. A beautiful plate. How beautiful. Look at how it just doesn't stick together at all. Beautiful pasta, just raining pasta on that dish. Fantastic. Benvenuti a tutti and welcome to another episode of Taste This with Frank Gallo. Tonight we're going to take that beautiful tomato basil pasta dough that we made and we're going to turn it into some beautiful pasta. I want you to watch as I roll out this pasta dough by hand. No machines. We're going to do it the old world way. Stay tuned. Okay, so now I have the dough. I floured the board. I'm going to cut it in half. I love this fast motion stuff. It's hysterical, but it's just to save time. So I roll it out. In the old world, they used something called a mattarello, which is a long piece of round wood. I'm using this rolling pin, and I'm rolling it out. Really don't worry about the shape because we're going to cut it later on, but you're going to roll it to the point where you can almost read a newspaper through it, constantly tossing it around, making sure that it's well floured, and also keeping the air bubbles out. Just roll it and take your time with it. Make it fun. You can have a good time when you're making pasta. It's really a fun thing to do. Now you can see I've almost gotten to that level that I wanted to be at, that thin, almost paper-like thickness. And what I'm going to do when I get there is I'm going to square it off. So once again, don't worry about the shape, whether it's oblong or round. It doesn't matter. So here I'm going to square it off right here. Then I'm going to flour it, roll it out maybe just a little bit more, hit it with some flour on both sides. See here at this point it's not floured enough, so I'm going to give it a good coating of flour. That's important so it doesn't stick to itself when you're cutting it. So I liberally just toss some flour on it. I like to use the same flour. Some people go at this point and use a all-purpose flour, but I like to stick with what I'm using, which is the 00. Is it wasteful? No, not really, but here we go. What I want to do first is pick it up and turn it to the side that I want to use, which is right there. I make one on the longer side first, and I take it, I fold it over itself, and then I go forward and back. Forward and back. You do this until you get to the very end, and then pull it closer to you, obviously, so that you can cut it with good leverage. And I take a good sharp kitchen knife that I have, and now I'm going to cut the pieces to be about, I would say a 1/4 inch thick. And there you go. That's how you cut it, just like that. And each and every one of them is going to come out like that. You just follow that procedure. Now don't worry, we floured them well, so they're not going to stick together. This is how my mom used to do it. She didn't have a machine back in the day. I do, but I wanted to show you how to do this by hand. And actually, sometimes I find it to be faster than when I use a machine. Let me speed this up so I can get through this process for you. Okay, so there you have it. You've got all your beautiful tagliatelle cut. And what I like to do is toss them in the flour liberally like that so that they don't stick together. At this point, it's up to you. You can hang them on a drying rack. You can put them in a Ziploc bag as they are. You can cook them as they are. Or what I did, which is basically what I just told you, is I hung it on a drying rack. And then if I want to, the next day, I'll just take it out of the Ziploc bag, out of the fridge, and into the boiling water. So there you have it. Your beautiful, homemade, handmade tagliatelle. Look at that. A beautiful plate. How beautiful. Look at how it just doesn't stick together at all. Beautiful pasta, just raining pasta on that dish. Fantastic. Guys, I'd like to thank you very much for watching this episode of Taste This with Frank Gallo. I really need you to like and subscribe to my channel. But most importantly, guys, I love you, Mama. 100 anni, salute!